Hello, Year 6, and welcome back to reading session 3. So, what we're going to be looking at today is predict. And predict is what might happen from when the detail is stated and implied. So, as you can see on our Vipers poster here, we have predict. So, what will happen based from the details given or implied. And as you can see, we've got some example questions underneath. So again, we're going to be using our PEE, our point evidence explanation. As you can see from the last video and the video before that, what we've got is our point to sum up the main idea in your paragraph, the evidence to provide evidence for the point you're making, and explanation. Why is the quotation significant? What effect does the quotation have on the reader? And why has the writer used this technique? So again, we will be looking at predict today. So this session will help us improve on our predicting skills. And predicting is where you make a logical guess and what might happen next, really. So you need to think about what you have already read and if you have been in or read about similar situations before. So let's look at an example on the next slide. So Danny kicked the ball and knew immediately that something has gone wrong. He watched as the ball seemed to move in slow motion towards the shed window. The loud smash of the glass breaking confirmed his worst fears. Suddenly, he heard loud footsteps heading towards the back door. What do you think might happen next and why? So give yourself just 10 seconds and think about what would happen next. Perfect. So what might happen next? Someone might come into the back garden. Who could it have been? Why would they come back into the back garden? We know why, because the ball has been kicked against the shed window. So people that it could have been his mum, dad, a parent, a guardian, an older brother, a younger sister, anyone really it could have been. So here are some example questions for a prediction question. So from the cover, what do you think this text is going to be about? What is happening now? What happened before this? What will happen after? And so on and so forth. As you can see, we've got some more examples down here. So you actually predict all the time without realizing. So when you're watching a film, you probably think, oh, what's going to happen next? If there's a bit of suspense, you're thinking, what's going to happen next? Reading books or even in your book club that you do at school, you always think, and I definitely do when I'm listening to the book club and reading the book club, that what's going to happen next? What's this character going to do? Where are we going to end up? What's going to happen at the end of the story? So these are things that you do without even thinking about. So, example, if you were playing football on ice, for instance, and you went to kick the ball, what do you think is going to happen? Now, depending how balanced you are, you're most likely going to fall over. So that's sort of when we use predicting in real life. So this session we'll be looking at different vocab and giving the meaning of the word in context. So we're going to be going back to our 2016 SATs papers together. So it's these three texts here. We will be looking at Just Wild Ride today. So pause the video here and make sure that you've got it printed off and maybe a highlighter next to you and a dictionary. So pause the video here and have it printed off. Perfect. So you should have printed off Just the Wild Ride, or if you had the copy from before, you can use that. So again, what I'm going to let you do, Year 6, is you are going to test yourselves. We've gone through this a couple of times now. I think this will be maybe the fourth time we've gone through this text. So you are going to read it for yourself. So what I want you to do is have your text in front of you with your highlighting pen. And if you think there's anything that's key information or anything that you might think could work with predicting, then highlight it. So what you're going to do, Year 6, is pause this video and read the text. So you should have paused the video there, Year 6, and taken your time over reading this text nice and clearly. So now, we're only going to be doing one question today. So let's look at this question. So question 20, do you think that Martine will change her behaviour on future giraffe rides? Tick 1. Yes, no, or maybe. Explain your choice fully using evidence from the text. So the first thing that I can notice from this question here is that it's a 3 marker question, which means we're going to have to use our point evidence explanation. And you've also got quite a big text box here, so you do have to write, a fair amount. And also other stuff I read, which is really key, tick 1. So I'm not going to tick yes and maybe. I'm just going to tick yes, or I'm just going to tick no, or I'm just going to tick maybe. And then I'm going to explain my choice fully using evidence from the text. So another key point here, using evidence from the text. So that means using our PEE again and looking at the evidence that we can find in the text to use to help back our answer up. So what you're going to do, year 6, is take your time. This can take you 5 minutes, 10 minutes, reread the text and come back with an answer. It can be yes, no, or maybe. So pause the video here and take your time on this question, please, year 6. Thank you. Perfect. So you should have paused the video and answered this question. So we're going to go through the question. So do you think that Martine will change her behaviour on future giraffe rides? Tick 1, yes, no, or maybe. Explain your choice fully using evidence from the text. So we can have a variety of different answers here. So as you can see at the top here, acceptable points. So if you've ticked yes, you can say she has started to listen to / obey her grandmother. She got a fright and found herself in danger. She had learned from the experience. Or if you tick no, you could say she has been in danger before and not been hurt, and she got away with it. She's quite stubborn, defiant, and does not listen to others. She had fun, she is adventurous, and she is a thrill-seeking person. So award three marks for 3 acceptable points or 2 acceptable points with at least 1 supported with evidence. So we need to provide evidence which is from our text. I hope you've all said that out loud like me then. So an answer could have been, because it says Martine rode the rest of the way home at a gentle walk. This explains that Martine had learnt her lesson and she won't be going fast again. But then she has got into trouble before and didn't change. So that would be evidence. Even though she has just had a scare with the warthogs, she has got through it unharmed and she may think she can do anything. However, because of this experience, she may feel that the ride could have got her hurt and decided to play it safe. We can also have 2 marks for this if we have 2 acceptable points or 1 acceptable point with supported evidence from the text. So this is maybe you answered no. No, because she seemed very determined to have her own way, like when she ignores her grandmother, which happened in the text earlier on. Or I think she will try for a little while because of the scare she got that day. But I think she loves the speed too much and that it will get the better of her. And then also, we do have at the bottom here, let me just move that, award 1 mark for the acceptable point. Yes, because the warthogs gave her a fright, and no, because she likes a thrill. So those, it's not got enough evidence from the text to get the 2 or the 3 marks from this question. So year 6, this was a really nice, short predict intervention. I hope that you can take this with you. And if you can challenge yourself, predict about other stuff. If you're reading a book, maybe write down some predictions that you think is going to happen. If you're maybe writing your own book, you can make ideas of what people might predict. If you're going to the shop, you might predict what's going to happen on the walk to the shop. So predicting is really a key skill that we need to get these top marks in our SATs. So I hope you're doing really well, year 6. I hope that you are staying safe and everyone around you is staying safe. And I wish you a wonderful week. So have a great day, year 6, and well done. You're doing a really good job. Perfect. Thank you.